Hey y'all, it's Melissa at MessyMissy Creates. Let's do some journaling because I am so far behind. So I'm on the 8th. Now eventually I'm going to have to skip some pages and do some without you, but this one was pretty full, so I thought I would go ahead and do this one with you. The next day is not so much. My notes weren't so great. And anyway, this is the day that time changed. Now, this I've had for years, and I never can find it when I need it. So, I found it, and I kept it out right in front of me. And then guess what I found? And when I was going through all my hoarded items, I found this entire box of clocks. So, you know, part of me says use one of these that's cuter, but this was junk mail. I mean, this could be one of my hoarded items, but apparently I have hoarded this one fairly well. So, anyway, I'm going to use this one because I've had it sitting here forever waiting to use, and I never use it because I never know where it is when it's time for the, time to change. So I chose to put this on Sunday because technically Sunday is when, I think it's 2 o'clock in the morning that time actually does change. So I chose to put this on Sunday, not Saturday. And I could use the It's Time. If not on here, I can use it on something. Now this is pretty thick. This was actually for my dentist's office. It was time to make an appointment. But like I said, I've had it for years. Been saving it for just this occasion, except several years ago. And so anyway, my husband was on a fishing trip this weekend. This was the weekend that my mother-in-law went in the hospital. Just to refresh your memory, if you didn't see the last Journal With Me video, he left early this morning, and then I took his mom to an appointment, and they ended up admitting her. And so I was struggling to get home after dark because I can't see at night. And then this was Saturday. I went to pick her up, blah, blah, blah. We got donuts and Panera bread, which I did find something that said Panera. Ironically enough, I did have something that said Panera. So I could put that there if I want, but I'll leave it out. I'm not sure. Anyway, so this was the last day of his tournament, and then he brought all this stuff home. He stayed at an Alabama state park, and so I can tip this in. I already have this little piece of envelope, so I will probably, I don't know. This is also the park map, but I kind of want to save it because we may go back. So I don't want to tear it up and use it like for a background. This was at Lake Eufaula, and I think it's right on the Alabama-Georgia line, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because he said they kept teetering into Georgia, and yeah, it's right on the when you're on the river, you're on the Alabama-Georgia line. So, anyway, I don't want to tear this up because I want to use it as reference because we do plan on going back there, and I'd like to know where everything is. So, I'm going to either put it in my file with my maps, or I may put it, if I make a pocket, I don't know. But anyway, so this was him with his big fish, and I think Allison had sent this to me in one of the last Happy Mails, quite a catch. So he didn't win big fish, but he did definitely caught a good keeper. So, okay, I'm gonna have to have some sort of flip. This was his tag for the launch thing. I could cut this part off and just use it. I guess this was Sunday. This was the last day. And it says, hang on your rearview mirror. I could do that as a collage right there. That would take up the whole page. I also made 2 videos. Well, I made a video and then I went live. And so, let's see, how am I going to represent all of this? They stayed in a cabin. So he said the cabin's really nice. I do want to put washi right here. And then I have out, because I keep forgetting to do this, I think I want to put some pom-pom tribbing. No, I want to put it along here. So maybe I'll do that instead of... yeah, I don't have a lot of good purple. Well, I have some purple options for washi tape. I wasn't letting you look, though. But I think instead of the washi tape, I'm going to use the pom-pom trim. Because I want some purple to go with my green. And then eventually I want to do some yellow and pink too. And I'm running out of days to do it. Because March, if you haven't noticed, is dwindling quickly. And I am way behind. So, but I just thought I would pop on and we'll journal and chat and catch up and all the things, right? So I want to do this. The reason why I don't want to do it on this page is because it won't stick out. This is a shorter page. So this may be where I have to do a flip out. I don't know. I'm not sure. That's all about his fishing. I woke up, he had called me, or I'd called him, whichever, and then I stepped outside and I could hear water spewing from somewhere. And it was the pool leaking. So he told me how to turn off all the pump and everything because it had leaked down past the line. All right, I'm doing this. I'm committing to this, which means that I cannot have a tip in on this left side, which is fine. I mean, on this right side, which is fine. I only want to, well, no, I'm going to go ahead and do the whole, I'm just not putting a ton of glue. I know it dries really fast, so this is the 3-in-1. It's kind of like Fabri-Tac. So, it dries pretty quick. So, I want to get this down. I know my arm is all in your way. And I do apologize for that, but I gotta work quickly. And I'm trying not to stretch this too much, because if you stretch it, then you lose some of your pom-pom. I don't want to stretch it. Let's just say that. Okay. See if I can do that a little straighter. Like, well, it doesn't have to be straight. This one's kind of boogered up anyway. It got pulled. I wanted it to where it was in between. Okay. And I know I'm cutting this with my bad scissors, and that's not a good thing, but okay, it worked. So anyway, I have a little bit of purple pom-pom ribbon left over. So let's see how that looks when we close it. So now we have the green and purple. So now back here I can add yellow and pink somewhere, and then, or orange, and we'll have kind of the colors. Or I can go back and add it to one of these front pages. I just forgot. You know, I kept forgetting to do it. All right, let's not glue those pages together. Okay, so back to this. So I'm going to do, what did I do with the day and date? Here's the day and date. And then I want to do this somewhere around here. I'm debating on putting, and then I still need a hoarded item. I have this little envelope flip right here. I could glue something to it and make an extra page. I could put something on the back of it. I'm thinking this is going to go, no, because that's going to show how crooked that really is. So, when really all I need to do is add more glue right there. I apparently didn't glue that part down well enough. So, I'm going to put this here maybe. And then, this is still going to have to go on the edge. Okay, it's time. I don't know if I'm going to use that. But, nope. Don't like that either. Okay, so let's do this right here. And that's the day the clocks go back. And I also have, I don't want to forget to use, my clock washi because I keep forgetting to use it too. Now, I could have used the clock washi down the side, but I think what I'll do is use it like across here or under here. And, or I can tip something in with it. Like this little thing right here. I could tip this in. And I probably would tip, no, I'd probably tip this in over here. I'm almost tempted to extend this page. Like, tape it in and then have a flip over. Just to have a longer page here. Let me see what else I'm working with. We did, like I said, I did a video and then I did a live. So this all can go over here. I'm using a lot of my writing space though over here, and I don't want to overcrowd myself. So I'm definitely going to either need a pocket right here. Well, I can do a pocket and a tuck. And if I had to, I could put, do I want to remember what cabin he was in? Maybe. Quite a catch. I could put this on here. And then I don't want to hide that because I think that's pretty with that purple. So let's tip this in over here. This direction. Let's make that decision. I knew this page was going to take me a little longer. So the next page is like, there's not much on it. So, what's on the other side of this? Because I think I'm going to just put it all the way to the edge. And fold the clear tape over. Wait a minute. I don't want to do that because I was going to use the clock tape and I don't want it folded over. Okay. Is that right? Yeah. Yep. And bless his heart, he kept going in and out of Eastern and Central Time. And they on Sunday, because Sunday is on these out-of-town trips, they're 2-day tournaments. It's Saturday and Sunday. This is not the club that we fish in together. This is the one he does by himself. And so, because I don't do 2-day tournaments, I have a hard enough time doing a 1-day tournament. And so, and I like this. This has some pink, purple, green, blue, black and white. It has a little bit of everything in it. And I don't use it very often because I forget to use it. But look how good that looks. But anyway, he kept not only going in and out of Eastern and Central Time, crossing the river, but they didn't observe the time change. So, you know how all of your clocks and stuff, your watches and smartphones and smartwatches and stuff like that, they'll change time automatically. Well, he's trying to calculate when to go in, and so we finally figured it out, and I told him, I said, okay, I'll call you at such and such a time, and, yeah, I think I kind of like that, kind of like that, Did I say, is that what I said? I don't know what I said. Anyway, and then we'll put this maybe on the back side, or again, I could hang it off as a, well, that, if I hang this up here, let me go and glue something on before I get too ahead of myself. Or behind, or knocking things off, or whatever. Because this one I had committed to, right here. There's my stringy glue again. And then this one I kind of want a little catty corner like that. It doesn't hide the date or the cabin number. So just in case we want to go back and reference which cabin he stayed in for future, you know, for future use. We didn't hide that. And I didn't hide the date. And I can write on here what he did. And then this little guy was kind of hoping would go on here. He can go on the back. Or I was thinking I could staple him in and let this hang off. But I would need to tape it because it's already torn. I mean, this is a split where you hang it on your rearview mirror, but it's actually torn right here. So I'm not sure how I'm going to use that yet, but I do know that I want to use it. So whether I cut this off and just put this down, you know, on here somewhere, I don't know. I'm going to set this up top and we'll deal with that later. Let's do some of this. I may have to use the art glitter glue on this part because this is a thick cardstock. It was a mailer, you know, like a postcard mailer kind of thing. Reminder of an appointment. Or time to make an appointment. Okay, so let's put that right there. Oh, nope, let's scoot it down a little bit. I wanted it all the way up against the... There we go. Well, I have moved it every which way. It might not even be sticky anymore. Well, let's just use glue stick. That way I've got some wiggle room. Maybe it'll stick. It still has a little bit of that art glitter glue on it, so... But I want it to slide it like up underneath that, the pom-pom trim. Pom-pom trim. Yes. Okay, I'm going to close my art glitter glue back up. How are y'all doing? How are your journals coming along? I have been so excited to see everybody's pocket letters as they're posting pictures in our Facebook group. If you're not in my Facebook group and you want to join, the link is below, or you just search MessyMissy Creates under groups on Facebook. And yeah, it's I think the pocket letter has been fun. I think everybody so far has enjoyed it. We had, I think, 12 people participate, so I paired everybody up kind of randomly. Well, not kind of. I drew them out of a Kleenex box, so it doesn't get much more random than that. And paired everybody up, and they made contact with each other, and I think it's gone fairly smooth, from what I'm hearing. And we did have 2 people that were not inside the U.S., and we even made that work. So, yeah, if you, we're going to definitely do a summer theme one, I do believe, and I think everybody wants to, it sounds like everybody wants to do it anyway. And I don't have to pile all this on top of each other. I can put the pool leak back here, because that was just, you know, part of, the other thing that I have, and I'm trying to think, I don't want Oh Happy Day. I was trying to think if I wanted to use one of these notepads, although I do need to look through my hoarded items, although this could be considered a hoarded item. I didn't hoard it on purpose, but I was saving it for, well, when time changed. Let's see if anything in this is my hoarded items capsule. Let's see if any of this applies. Oh, I could go back and make a pocket, is what I was going to say. Even though it would have to be a little bit of a shorter pocket. But I don't think I need one. Okay. Let's keep looking. I just came across these tags and I was thinking pocket. That's about friendship. I don't need that. This is not, this is next month. What am I doing? Okay. That's not really in my hoarded item. I was using it on my pocket letter. This would be pretty. It may be too big. Here's a tag, and then here's a journaling 2 journaling spots I made out of that same paper from that book that I went through on my live. I've got plenty of stickers. I did not have pizza. I'm looking for something other than stickers right now. I can go back and supplement with stickers, but what I need is something that is kind of purple or something like this where I can just put this down. But I also need kind of a writing spot too. The problem with these is I like both sides. So I would tip it in, but I wouldn't make, it wouldn't help me with the journal spots. And I'm looking at purple because, remember, you're the one that who can fill the world with sunshine. If you see someone without a smile, give them yours. Dolly Parton. I love that one. Okay. Those have potential. Oh, I could use some of these. I was going to use that on one and I didn't. But I could use some of these to write. Because I did craft that day because I did the live. So let me pull that one out. And I can use the I was brave. I was proud of myself. If only I did this yesterday to do later. Adulting is hard. Do the thing. I did the thing. An effort was made. Need coffee. That's today. As I'm talking to you. Oh, that's what I was going to use. So you're the burger to my fries along with that big fry. Never mind. Here's some hydrangea stickers that would match some. Oh, here's fishing. Yes. Here's fishing. This is crafting stickers. I didn't have cupcakes. Okay, I'm still not helping myself with a journaling spot here. That could be moments like this. It's not purple. It doesn't have to be. I could use that maybe. Okay, so let me see what this purple thing is right here. It's an envelope. I don't really need an envelope. Oh, that goes with that. Okay. Is there anything in here? I'm not sure why I put this in the hoarded items. Oh, I think because I was going to use it in the pocket letter and I didn't. But it's in here now. Okay, so these are... What else is down here? Some random papers. This could be a tag. And then I can use this paper right here. Alright, so let's see what we have and what we can make out of all of this. So this has some purple in it. It has some crafty. Does not help me with a journaling spot. Although I can journal right over this. This is not the same purple. I don't want it. Okay, so the other thing is I could just put this stuff right here and use this like this. And definitely writing this down. Moments like this. I could even put that on here and flip that and write about that. And then I'd have the underneath to write about. I don't think this will fit over here anymore. It won't. So, that's going to be the outside of that. This is going to be the outside of this. And it matches well enough. It doesn't have to be purple. But I'm going to put the YouTube stream on the front of this card. I'm going to let it hang off a little bit. But I'm going to put it right here because I had a lot of fun. I hope that everybody that came had a lot of fun. So that is one of my hoarded items. Obviously, I could use... I caught one. This is a hoarded item. Can of worms, hook, line, and sinker. I'll catch it. You clean it. No. Let me see if this fits on here. I caught one. He caught more than one. He caught a bunch of fish. But there, we used a... Yay, we used a hoarded item. Okay. So, and we're using another hoarded item. And then, so I'm not going to put all that away, but I don't have to use this paper. Even though that would have been a cute tip out, but this is thicker. So I'm going to tip it this way. And then that'll have that over there. This I'm going to glue. Let me make myself some room. So I can glue part of this. I don't want to glue all of it. I just want that bottom part to be on here. Like that. Make sure I didn't get any sticky above the... Wait a minute. Let me scoot it in. Shoot. Let me scoot it in a little bit because I'm going to have washi right there. Okay. There we go. And I don't want to use the clock washi again. Let's use something... I had something fun that was purple. I think this is fun. Or I could use something that matches... Oh, I have butterflies. Matter of fact, I have sparkly butterflies. No, I don't want sparkly butterflies. I have... Let's look. I have these little butterflies. I would need some clear tape because this is not very wide. I could use... This one actually has a little hint of purple as well as green and yellow. So let's use this one. This is a pretty floral. They look like little black-eyed Susans. Do I want a piece of clear tape? Probably. And then I'm going to push that up as close to this outer edge as I can. And then I want this like this. Okay. Yep, that looks good. Oh no, I think I'm just gonna do clear on the opposite side. Because I don't want to cover up that pencil and I don't want to cover this up. My box of tissues is getting in my clear tape. So it's starting to stick to the tissues over there. I need to move it. Okay, well, good enough for now. Alright, how far are we into this? Wow, a ways. Alright. But I figured this was going to be a little bit longer page, so that didn't worry me too much. So that, I just have to glue this down and then check my notes. Live, he came home, pool leak, time change, journal me, getting started. I think I had just gotten started in my journal. So, okay, I still don't have a journaling space for here. But I'm not sure that I really need one. These are just sitting right in front of me. And I have some other things that are hidden. Oh, I had a whole other Panera. I knew that. I had a whole other Panera bread thing. I have that index card. I could write on that. I could tip that in and write on both sides, actually, but these are from last month. I don't have anything that's current, I don't think. Yes, I do. You know what? I've got... Oh, look. I have that was Happy Meal from a while back. These are journal cards that I made. This is was probably in Happy Mail. Let's see if I have one of these index cards that's got some purple on it. Maybe not. I haven't looked through this stack in a while. Don't forget. I'm thinking this one I could make work. Yeah. I think I can make that work. Because what I can do is overlap this picture. Oh, and I still want to put this somewhere. So, maybe I do need a smaller one. Pink, green. Look, see, I need to use this on this. I don't feel like covering the back of it right now. But it's purple, so when if I'm not going to use... Here, I'm going to use this right here. Okay, because I had to be a powerful lady that weekend. That, yeah. And I think some of these should have been in my hoarded items too. So we're going to count that as a hoarded item, by the way. And I'm going to finish going through the rest of those, and then I will, but it's not the same purple, but it's okay. As a matter of fact, that flower would have worked because of this purple. But I think I'm going to glue this down here and then tip this in right here. Glue this down here and this up here. So let me start with this. Because I'm pretty sure I want this at the top. Man, that glue is stringy. It wasn't just that one glue stick either. It's that glue, period. And then if I glue that down to there, and then I either glue this all the way down, or I think I would want to tip it in and have a tip this way. So I'm going to glue this down. I don't know how hard that's going to be, but we're going to give it a whirl. And then see if I can do it without these little things come out. So I don't want any of them to accidentally, with the glue on them, come out. Because I want the rest of them in, because it was Sunday that he used it. He didn't bring me the other ones from the other days, but he did pretty well, didn't he? He did bring me some stuff, so that was pretty cool. So that's going to go down here, or it can go up here. If this is too crowded down here, too bad it didn't go that way. But I think it will fit right here just fine. And then if I need to, I can journal down here. So this can go over here with the greens, or we can put it down here, and then I have all this room to write. So I've got plenty of room. Kind of thinking I like this over here. But now that looks like it was all glued down. Now I'm almost wishing I had glued that over here, if that makes sense. Because everything looks glued down this left-hand side. So we're going to tip this in with just clear tape, because I think I've got enough washi on here. So let me get my clear tape right here. Let's do it really crooked and really, yeah, where it wrinkles a lot. This is one that I made a long time ago. It was one of the first ones I made. And I could use a piece of washi back here if I wanted to. But, oh, we're just really boogering up the tape all the way around. But I don't want to put washi right here and cover up the stickers. However, hold that thought. Because I have this thin washi, this thin butterfly washi I've been trying to use. Oh no, this purple would match, but we're past that point. Where did my butterflies go? That I keep seeing and I don't use them. Well, did I take them out a minute ago? Okay, I've got that one, and I've got my clock one. I can put this one up now because I don't need it anymore. It doesn't have to stay. It's right in front of me. Right in front of me. So I'm just going to use this because we already have a butterfly on here. I just thought I would use this right here. And it won't cover up. Come on. Just stay. It won't cover up that sticker on there, but it will cover up some of the clear tape. And then we'll do it on this side too. Just to be cohesive. And I think I just cut off the one purple butterfly, or bluish purple. That's okay though. Alright, so that's on there, that's on there. I've got my garden washi. I've got these. I was going to use the sparklies, but there's no purple on this whatsoever. I mean, I still could put a strip of it across, but I think we're good enough on this page. If I still wanted to do something on this page, I could put some of those stickers that I had out. I could, just to use up my hoarded stuff, I could put a pretty hydrangea sticker. It's not quite hydrangea time. You know what I'm saying? What is so thick back here? Oh, that right there. Okay. Yeah, it's really not. Although this one's just pretty. So we'll just do that one right there. Okay. There. We used one. And then, like I said, I could use one of these. I know all of you are telling me that you're enjoying me going back and putting in my stickers and things. So it does take a longer time. But at the same time, it's fun. So why not? I could put... Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I did want to do this. Because I don't like that abruptness right there. I wanted to put that... Not there. But like right here. I want to cut it off right at the pom-poms. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I just didn't like the abrupt ending of that clock right there. So, now this one is all crafting. This is Kawaii, Sweet Kawaii Design. And day off weekend, I could use any number of these. I could put some of these little bullet points, like if I wanted just to write right here, or I could just put weekend right here, although we know it's the weekend because it's been the weekend. Important time to create. I could do that. Make pretty things. Let's do that. On the live, we made pretty things. Actually, I don't know that we made pretty things on the live. I think I made them, but guess what? It's there now. So I think I did make pretty things out of the things that were in the... I think I'm looking for a sticker right here to talk about this pool leak. But this is craft supplies. So, eek. You can do it. I could put it doesn't have to be purple. I just don't get a chance to use a lot of purple. That's not very big. Don't forget. I saw that purple, but it says don't forget, and it's a planner to do. I could put that one right there. Fix. No, I want that part to do. fix pool leak. I just turned the pumps off, and then, yeah. And this is purple. It says time to create. Yes, I do need all of these pens. And I could sit here and sticker this until the cows come home. But, okay, this little guy is cute. He's clear, though. Let's see how he's going to work. Oh, he looks cute right there. The little, what is he, kind of a dinosaur, maybe a little bit? He's got a journal, and he matches the journal with me thumbnail. Okay, yay, look at us using stickers. Using stuff. I know it takes longer to do this, and takes a while to do the page, but it makes it so much more fun. And I still could have put something on here, but I can still write on there if I want. But this is a very interactive page, and I love it. I hope you can see all of it. And I know it took me a long time to do. But, and then all this is writing room. This is writing room. This day right here, we're going to do really quickly because there wasn't a whole lot to this. I'm going to use, this is one of Lydia's prompts. I want this here because it matches, it ties in that orange with the poppies. And this was kind of a lazy day for me. Again, I want some washi. I'm not going to do pom-poms down here. I'm going to do washi. But I did make some ruffles this day. So, and I paid some bills. So, other than that, it was, I don't know if I'm not even sure I made a video this day, which is unusual for a Monday. But oh, I started making I was making her pocket letter, but I don't have anything to really depict that. So I do have this little sewing machine where I sat here and made some ruffles, and I think what happened is I spent most of the day looking for my envelopes. Or my, I swear I've already cut this thing out. I know I had it somewhere, and I think I've just misplaced it. So I printed out another one, this little bill thingy. But I didn't have anything to go on this page, and so I was like, well, I might as well, I paid bills, so I might as well get credit for it in my journal, right? So, anyway, this would have been a page I probably would have done without you, and I may finish it without you. We'll just see how long it takes. But we can at least kind of plan it together. I'm not sure what song matches the mood of that day. I was very frustrated that day, so I'm going to have to think about, but it does match, and I forgot that there was one left of, actually, there's another one. And I'm going to go back and put that on day 4. But I do want to put this on here. I'll have to really think hard about what song matches the mood of that day. But I will find one. Now, this is the back side of a card. So I can journal here and journal right here. This is Lydia at February and June. These are her prompts from Prompt Week. And we're not going to dig in washi. We're going to take this one right off the top because it matches and it was right on the top. It has purple and pink and yellow and bluish, whatever, and greens. And it matches just perfectly. It is perfect. I got it right at the top. And it'll go right there. Oops. That was easy enough. Painless, huh? Easy and painless. I don't know where that was when I was looking for purple a minute ago, though. I'm going to put this here. I probably took a nap, went back to sleep. I don't know if I'm going to put this over here or over here. I am going to... Let's try it here. And I paid bills, and I did some sewing. Okay, so I don't like all this over here. I could put this down here. Oh. Let's pick out a ruffle. So I didn't make a bunch. Well, I've used some of the ones that I made. So this is the only, that really doesn't even have purple in it. I don't have one that, I was going to use one on this day because I made several of them. I guess I've used several of them. I thought I made more than this. But, okay, it doesn't have to match purple. It just needs to match, like, over here. So what about, like, this little one? And I could put it right here. I could put it right here. I could put it at the top so it sticks out the top. Like that. I don't have a hoarded item on here, although my ruffles could be considered hoarded. Oh, wait. I forgot to put all these back. Let's see. If I were going to do that, I would put it at the top there, and I would put this down. I'd rather it go here. The problem with this is it's not going to stick out of the journal. I would like very much for it to stick out of the journal, like here. And then what if I put, I don't think I liked this a minute ago. I think I wanted this over here and here. And then, yeah, let me go ahead and glue that down. Because I know that's where I want that. And then I'm going to need a hoarded item. Unless I count that ruffle. It wasn't in my bin, my hoarded bin items, but I might have to use some of that crafty paper. I could put the bills here. And then that, chances are I actually went back to sleep when I woke up. So really that probably happened up here, but it goes better down here. And then we'll put the bills up here because this probably happened later in the day. You know what I mean? But it doesn't really matter. I'm going to put that up there. And then I'm going to knock over my glue. Okay. And I know I haven't glued this down. I'm kind of wanting this up here, but I want it near the sewing machine. So, I might glue that here and glue this in here. What do we think of that? And that kind of eliminates that purple, which matches that purple, but I liked it down here. I don't have to have... I mean, I could just put it right here. I mean, that's kind of cute, right? I don't know. We'll just put it up here. That's where I kind of wanted it, so let's do it. I just sort of wanted it by the ruffle. You can still see the purple around it, so it's not that big of a deal. And then this is next to this orange. Let me get my Fabri-Tac out because I don't want to staple that. Okay. Flip that over and then glue that on. And that will dry in just a minute. Make sure we're not gluing it to the back page there. I slid it down a little bit more. Okay, I think that's good. And see, that way we'll see it from the top. I like that. Like that. Now I need, let me see how much time I have. Do I have time to fumble through my hoarded items again? I don't really need a journaling spot. I need I've got plenty of places to journal. I just need something from... I was thinking something from here. I've been hesitant to finish using this paper because it's so cool and crafty and all the things. I mean, I could just put a piece of paper back here and just show that I did crafty things. You know what I mean? Like, I could cut... Oh, I don't want to cut off the top of that journal, but that's kind of an even cut. And then put this like right here. I was dreaming about crafty things. That cuts off a lot of my, cuts off a good bit of my journaling space though. But I kind of like it because it ties in some of the colors to over here. What do we think? Do I have enough journaling space right here? I think I do. I think I just want this down just as decorative. I think it's pretty, or I think it looks good. And I did crafty things that day. So, I mean, I could tip it in and put this like further up here and tip this in and do all the things. And I didn't even cut it straight. So, you know, there's that. I could glue this up here and tip this in. Actually, that's not horrible either. Yeah, that's not horrible. Okay, let's try that. Let me see what washi I want. I was gonna just make that very easy and cover that up, but then I'm cutting out a lot of writing room. So I want something orange because we're right next to something that's like reddish orange or beautiful. Life is Beautiful. I could do... I don't want to... There's a peachy orange. I don't know. What colors do we want, y'all? This has a little bit of everything in it. Let me see how bad this one will look. I don't think it'll look bad. I think it'll look good. I just don't... Depends on where it falls on the... I think this will be fine. Okay, so let me get it on the paper. About half and half. And cut this right about there. And then I know I didn't start with clear tape. I just don't want that to get in that spine too much. And like I said, this part over here isn't even straight. We're not even talking about that. We're not even going to look at that. Don't even pay attention to it. Because we don't care. And so this had all the colors. The pinks, the oranges, the yellows, well, it had more of a mint green in it than green, but it's okay. The color police are not going to come after us. And then I just need to glue this one down right about here. And you know what I could do? I could use some of this flower washi up to that point. That's kind of pretty. I really would like to use up some of this, either butterfly or flower. I don't like this sitting in my, because I mean, I could put a paper clip on it, but I want to use some of that up. So I'm trying to, everywhere I can stick it, I can, you know, stick it. But I think we're running out of time very quickly. So let me get this right under this 9 right here. And right under there. So I have writing room here, writing room down here, and I have writing room over here. And then I have this to journal, this match, what song matches my day. And then I have this to journal over here. And so I think if I kept my glue, and yeah, I think that is That's all, folks. So what do we think? Now, I think I could have gone back and added. I mean, I could even... No, I don't want to. Don't wanna. Can't make me. So, I could stick this here. Like, I mean, not that it needs... I can write on that, but that would add more color. And it would bring in the orange and the purple. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Of course, I could do it right here, too. But this is perfectly good writing area. So, I would only do it to add the color in. So, I don't know. I'll let it sit there like that and see what I think. And then, I have all that to write underneath. It's just a sticky note. So, anyway... Well, that's that for this video. What do you think? I like my little pom-poms. I like all my little interactive bits and pieces and parts and powerful lady, because I had to do a lot of, between taking care of his mom that weekend, getting her back and forth to the hospital, and the pool leak, and doing all the usual stuff, and I did not get to do half of what I wanted to get done creatively. So... Anyway, and we used some stickers. We used some stuff. I could go back and add some more stickers here. If I had more time. There's never enough time, is there? There just really isn't. Got it done. I did it. Today is canceled. Oh, I meant to put that back on Saturday. No, that would have been, yeah, today was canceled. That was, yep. That was there. Does that, because when we found out that she went in the hospital, this kind of canceled most of my, this day's plans. Do I want this pink over here? Or do I want this right here? I think I just want it right there. Today is canceled. This is the adulting, the recollections. This is kind of old. Didn't hit snooze, take out queen. I do what I want. I also have all these little snarky ones that come from the Dollar Tree. And I know you can't hear me because I'm facing the opposite direction. And I had them right here, but... Anyway, nevertheless, I'll find them next time. But it says I didn't lose my keys. I, you know, made small talk, went to bed at a decent hour. I was brave. I did the thing. See, like here, I could put I was brave. But I do what I want. Need coffee. Do it later. If only I did this yesterday. Anyway, keeping my cool. Adulting is hard. Adulting is hard. That could go here somewhere. Or it could go on here. Keeping my cool might fit better. Do the thing. And this has pink. So, that actually could go right there. I know I wasn't doing that page, but I'm keeping my cool that day. And this right here, I've got the to-do sticker. I've got the little hydrangea stickers. And then on this one, Monday, there is a I slept in. An effort was made. Where did the I slept in go? I thought it was, I could put the need coffee right here. But I know that I had one that says I slept in. Oh, bills. Here's a bills. We could use, I already have something that says bills, but we could use that one right there. Somewhere there was a I slept in. I did it. It's right here. Nap champ. Slept in. Well, I didn't sleep in. I still got up. with him, but I just dozed back off on the couch. All right, so we used up some stickers, and we used up some fun things, and we used up an hour. Oh, wow. Okay, I went over an hour. I'm sorry. But I love going back and adding all the fun things to this, and I hope that you enjoy that. And I will, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I thank you for your time. I thank you for being here and for watching and all the things. And yeah, come check out the Facebook group and post all your pictures of whatever you make, and we'd love to see it. And y'all have a great day, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.